That's enough to get you 5,800 tulip bulbs direct from the Netherlands. Get a head start on those May flowers, because April is the cruelest month. But April O'Neil was one of the nicest humans to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and their primary link to the above-ground world. Go figure. This is the last Saturday night in April. Let's live it up, people. All you April fools, time to get quizzed by a rose on the gray. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. With 870,000 you now, let's get this show on the road at Cumero Numero Uno. Two items that are difficult to compare are often said to be what? Hoagies, grinders, apples, oranges, or Simons and Garfunkels. Hoagies and grinders, navy beans, navy beans, navy beans. It's an age-old idiom found across the world in many languages. Some places it's apples and pears, oranges and bananas. In Serbian, the terms are grandmas and toads. But in English, it's apples and oranges. But that phrase don't make no sense. Why can't fruit be compared? 794,702 are getting their apples and their oranges tonight, and Q2. But before we get to Q2, I want to remind you about tomorrow night. That's right, folks. Grab a seat for the $25,000 game, Big Money Sunday. Never miss a Sunday show. 15 questions, $25K. Invite your friends, get those extra lives. Okay, you got it. Good. Let's go back to Q2 on tonight's quiz. By definition, a hotel room advertised as having AC has what? Alive cockroaches, almond cookies, or air conditioning? If the room has AC/DC, well then hell's bells, baby. It's a long way to the top of the bunk bed. But if it's just AC, that room is going to be cold, 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 cold. Air conditioning is what we're talking about here. 781,802 are cranking it down to 64 and staying cool for Q3. The comic strip BC is mainly about what? Aliens, cavemen, or robots? Or robots. We go from AC to BC. AC, BC, bag. Johnny Hart started his BC strip in 1958 AD and continued until his death in 2007, although his grandson keeps it alive today. Have you read BC, or do you live in a cave, man? BC is about cavemen, 602,818. Getting this one right, there's BC, he's a character, clumsy carp curls, Thor, and Grog. Of course, we're going to be CCing you at Q4. Which of these particles is not found within an atomic nucleus? Electron, proton, or neutron? Little recreational chemistry lesson for you HQties tonight. The nucleus of an atom is like a teeny tiny bunch of grapes with protons and neutrons all gushed together there, but the electrons are those negative Nancys spinning around in the clouds that surround the nucleus, not inside the nucleus. Electron is your answer here. 387,605 are charged up, bonding with Q5 tonight. We lost about 200K of you. Crack a chemistry book. Q5. What billionaire runs the corporate behemoth Berkshire Hathaway? Michael Bloomberg, Warren Buffett, or Charles Koch? Baby, you're a rich man. Baby, you're a rich man. Buffett, you're a richer man too. One of the richest men, in fact, the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett, is the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, which itself owns Geico, Dairy Queen, Fruit of the Loom, and several other companies. 279,141 are owning the quiz tonight, feasting on a question buffet. The rest wasting away in Margaritaville. Buffett. Q6, Let My Love Open the Door was a hit for a former member of what band? The Who, Genesis, or Led Zeppelin? And what does that door open into? Your heart, of course. My love, woo, let my love. If you ever listen to radio in the past 35 years, you probably heard this one, courtesy of Pete Townsend, longtime guitarist of who? The Who. The Who, of course, 130,461. You don't get fooled again. For the rest of you, we lost about 150,000. HQ is reigning over you tonight. But we're getting on the magic bus to Q7. Which of these BBQ dishes is most closely tied to Kentucky? Chip mutton, Brunswick stew, or dry ribs? Where do you get a find in Kentucky, the bluegrass state? Dry ribs is a Memphis, Tennessee thing. Brunswick stew is claimed by Virginia and Georgia. We don't know where it originated, but if you're cruising around western KY, you gotta give chip mutton a try. Cheap, 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 cheap. 18,163 feasting on this one. A savage question, yes. Open up. Here comes the airplane with all that chip mutton. 18,163 left in the game. We lost $100K right there. Mutton from mutton leaves nothing. Leaves a whole lot of you out of the game. This salad's got nothing on my mutton. Sheep meat, people. I'm talking about sheep meat. 18,163 are getting Q8. Which of these words is used to refer to more than one ferret? Business, punch, or clever? Mutton. Who'd have thought mutton would take so many of you down? I'm talking about ferrets right now. Nice marmot. If you said a clever of ferrets, you are too clever by half tonight. To have a puncher's chance at winning, you'd had to have known that the collective noun for ferrets is business. It's business time. 7,207 know their business tonight. I'm not a business ferret. I'm a business ferret. We are ferreting out Q9 tonight. Which cartoon character made his first TV appearance in an ad for a fruit juice? Squidward, Tentacles, Snoopy, or Doug Funny? Now, before this character hit it big, he appeared in a lo-fi ad for the Florida Grapefruit Growers Association. A humble start for a character who'd go on to star in 52 episodes of his own Nickelodeon show. Yes, Doug Funny. Doug! 2,481 in Bluffington tonight. He started in Grapefruit, moved on to the Beats. We are headed for Swirlies, the rest of you are repeating 6th grade with Roger Klotz. Q10, you are most likely to hear the Tetum language spoken in which capital city? Dili, Mogadishu, or La Paz? Tetum. Tetum? Don't mind if I do. Tetum is a dialect of Portuguese, spoken mostly in East Timor, and as I'm sure I don't need to tell you guys, the capital of East Timor is Dili. Dili. 1,303 know what the Dili-o is, yo. East Timor became the first new sovereign state of the 21st century. There's a fun fact for you. It turned 16 years old this coming May. We got Q11 for 1303 left. After starting with over 900,000, the New York Daily Advertiser was a newspaper famous for publishing what? First U.S. coupons, Federalist Papers, or classifieds? The New York Daily Advertiser hasn't put out an issue since 1806, but in 1787 was one of 2 newspapers to publish the Federalist Papers, written by Hamilton, Madison, and John Jay, pushing for ratification of the Constitution. 684 are one question away from stacking their own papers tonight. Yeah, I'm talking about $5,000 for the 684 left at Q12. It all boils down to this. 684 HQs left at the final question, numero 11. The final words of which famous poem are written in the Sanskrit language? Ozymandias, the New Colossus, or the Wasteland? Oh, I might have tipped the hat tonight at the start of the quiz. Remember when I said April is the cruelest month? Well, those are the famous first words of this poem, written by Thomas Stearns Eliot, T.S., to you and me, for Ezra Pound, published in 1922. I'm going to dedicate this question to Ezra Koenig. The poem ends with Shanti, 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 a Hindu prayer for inner peace. You'll be finding a piece of that $5,000 if you knew that it's the Wasteland. T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland's your answer, and 479 are our winners, baby! Cheap, 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 cheap. What are you, chicken dinner? Cheap, 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 cheap. Winner, chicken dinner for the 479 HQDs joining the winner's circle tonight.